is Dario and I'm Sabiha Samar. Here are today's top stories. Uzbekistan is set to adopt a new water code aimed at enhancing water management efficiency across the country. The deputies of the Oliye Majlis, Uzbekistan's parliament, reviewed the draft water code during its first reading on July 30th. The draft water code aims to consolidate and clarify the legalities surrounding water use, specifying the roles, responsibilities, and functions of the Cabinet of Ministers, government agencies, and local authorities in regulating water relations. One key aspect of the draft water code is the transfer of the lands of the water fund, which include lakes, rivers, streams, and other natural water resources, to the Ministry of Water Resources and its regional organizations. The move is expected to centralize and streamline water management. The draft code also introduces mechanisms for public-private partnerships in the water sector, encouraging greater investment and innovation in water management. By simplifying the conditions for issuing permits for water use, the code aims to foster private sector participation. Another important principle outlined in the code is ensuring the profitability of water suppliers. Provisions are included to ensure the reimbursement of costs for water supply, aiming to make the sector more sustainable and financially viable. This change is expected to simplify the regulatory framework, improving the efficiency of water use in Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan's cross-border money transfers in June totaled $147.3 million, reflecting a 16.6% decline compared to the same period last year, according to the National Bank of Kazakhstan. Despite the overall decline, Uzbekistan remains the primary destination for these transfers, receiving $60.4 million, which accounts for 39.3% of the total. This marks an 8% decrease from June 2023. Other significant destinations included Russia with $41.2 million, Turkey with $22.3 million, Georgia with $10.3 million, and Kyrgyzstan with $5.4 million. When compared to May, the total amount of money transfers in June saw a slight decrease of 1.1%. However, Uzbekistan's share of the total increased significantly to 39.3% in June, up from 27.4% in May, reflecting a 7.7% increase. Kazakhstan also reported a notable 27.4% year-on-year decrease in incoming money transfers, totaling $134.2 million in June 2024. Leading sources of inbound transfers included Russia with $11.1 million, the United States with $5.4 million, and South Korea with $4.8 million. Uzbekistan and Turkey followed, holding shares of 10% and 7.9%. The Russian Corona Pay system remains the most popular for money transfers in Kazakhstan, holding a 90% market share. In June 2024, Corona Pay handled $13.8 million in transfers, experiencing a 5.2% decline year-on-year and 1.1% decrease month-on-month. In a move to boost its tourism sector, Uzbekistan is planning an expansion into new tourism categories by 2025. The Agency for Strategic Reforms, in collaboration with the State Committee for Tourism, has prepared a draft resolution to enhance the country's tourism offerings. Announced on the 29th of July by the agency's press service, the draft resolution outlines several new tourism initiatives aimed at diversifying and enriching Uzbekistan's tourism industry. Among these initiatives are geological tourism, which will feature guided tours of mining sites and decommissioned geological and industrial locations, offering visitors a unique insight into Uzbekistan's geological heritage. Industrial and scientific tourism, which will provide tours of production facilities within the mining and metallurgical sectors, allowing visitors to observe industrial operations and technological processes firsthand. Military tourism, for those interested in military history. The proposal includes access to military training grounds and options for paid shooting activities in designated military zones. The draft resolution anticipates that the successful implementation of these initiatives will significantly enhance the influx of tourists and contribute positively to Uzbekistan's economic development. As of early March 2024, Uzbekistan's tourism sector recorded a sharp surge, with the number of tourists reaching over 974,000, marking an annual growth rate of 11.9%. Tajikistan's President Emomali Rahmon met with the newly elected President of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian, in Tehran on the 30th of July. President Rahmon attended the inauguration ceremony of President Pezeshkian and extended his congratulations on the new role, inviting him to visit Tajikistan at his earliest convenience. The two leaders expressed satisfaction with the current state of bilateral cooperation, which spans across various sectors including political, economic, health, science, education, and cultural areas. Their discussions highlighted a five-fold increase in trade turnover between the two countries in recent years, reflecting a robust economic partnership. Both sides agreed on the importance of the Joint Intergovernmental Commission for Trade and Economic Cooperation, the Joint Investment Committee, and the Joint Council of Entrepreneurs in facilitating economic interactions. President Rahmon and President Pezeshkian also explored expanding cooperation in the water, energy, oil, and gas sectors, and nanotechnology, emphasizing the need for investments in these areas. Tajikistan expressed interest in using Iran's ports of Bandar Abbas and Chabahar to transport goods, aiming to enhance logistical efficiency and boost trade volumes. The leaders also discussed the necessity of addressing modern challenges such as terrorism, extremism, drug trafficking, transnational organized crime, and cybercrime, highlighting the strategic importance of their alliance for regional stability and security. Uzbekistan's Central Election Commission has set October 27th as the date for the country's upcoming parliamentary elections. Citizens will vote for the members of the 150-seat legislative chamber of the Oliye Majlis, the lower house of the parliament, as well as representatives for 12 regional councils, the Tashkent City Council, 208 district councils, and the Supreme Council of the Autonomous Republic of Kazakhstan, Pakistan. This election marks the first since significant electoral reforms were enacted. In February 2021, President Shavkat Mirziyoyev shifted the election date from December to October. Further changes in December 2023 introduced a mixed electoral system, with half of the 150 seats elected through a majority vote in single-mandate districts and the other half allocated proportionally by the party. The reforms aim to strengthen the role of political parties within both national and local legislatures. Uzbekistan currently has 5 registered political parties. In the current 2019 parliament, the Liberal Democratic Party, considered the party aligned with the president, holds 53 seats. The National Revival Democratic Party has 36 seats. The Justice Social Democratic Party has 24 seats, the People's Democratic Party holds 22 seats, and the Ecological Party occupies 15 seats. Afghanistan's exports to Pakistan have seen a significant decline in the first half of 2024. From January to June 2024, the trade volume between Afghanistan and Pakistan totaled $1.8 billion, according to the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. Afghan exports to Pakistan were valued at $329 million, marking a substantial 31% decrease compared to the same period last year. Meanwhile, imports from Pakistan increased by 11%. This decline in Afghan exports, combined with a rise in imports, depicts an expanding trade imbalance between the two nations. Khanjan Alokozai, a board member of the Chamber of Commerce and Investment, noted that trade activities between the two countries do not align with the international trade norms and are further influenced by political factors, exacerbating the trade imbalance. Pakistan remains a key partner for Afghanistan's exports, mainly targeting South Asian markets. However, current trade challenges have led to a decline in export figures. Traders are calling for action to address these issues and improve export levels. Pakistani media reports indicate a 40% reduction in imports from Afghanistan to Pakistan for the 2024 fiscal year compared to the previous year. This significant drop reflects the ongoing trade challenges between the two countries. That's all for today's news. Stay tuned for more updates.